Okay, hi. I don't know if I'm going to do a lot of these. I'm not really sure how this is going to work. But I am going to start my Motorcade run here in just a few minutes. It's a little dark right now, and this is Dallas. And I have my pepper spray for all of you who worry about that kind of thing. But I promise you, it'll be safe. It's sidewalk the whole way. I have my phone, I have my pepper spray. But there's Love Field behind me. Okay, so we're starting at Love Field, and I'm kind of gonna cry a little because this is so stupid. I'm crying by myself in a Burger King parking lot. Crying and laughing. But I'm gonna do this run, and it's really important to me. And I took an Uber here with some random guy. Like in the 90s, how silly would that have seemed? But anyway, all right, get it together, Joe. I am gonna follow in Jack and Jackie and Clint Hill's, not footsteps, but car wheel rolls here in just a minute. So I'm gonna try and maybe stop a few times and, take some videos and show you some stuff, because even though I'm alone and I'm experiencing this alone, I want my friends to share it with me, especially Wendy, who was supposed to do this with me but ended up having surgery. So she's here with me in spirit, and you all are, okay? So there's Love Field, and I'm gonna be off here in a second. Bye. How do I stop this? There, I'll finish. Okay, one more thing before I start. It just rained here, like thunderstorm level rain actually woke me up, and it's made it really cool. Like, it's a little humid, but nothing like Indiana is right now, so that's really good news. And there is Love Field right there. I don't know if you can see it. It says Dallas Love Field. I also have a beautiful moon that just went behind a cloud. Never mind. Clean. There we go. Okay, I'm like 0.9 in. No major Kennedy historical moment here. You have to hear these birds. Have you ever heard anything like that? I know there's a lot of traffic. Let's see if I can scoot up. They're the weirdest sounding birds I've ever heard. Well, aside from tropical, Jamaica or something. All right. See, I keep thinking people are yelling at me, but they're birds. So kind of funny. All right, 1 mile down, 8 to 9 to go. Hi, I'm well into my 3rd mile. And I just wanted to share some of my thoughts with you here. How do I turn this around? Is there a button? Oh yeah. I just want to share some of my thoughts with you. There's downtown Dallas, okay? So here's the road, and I've been thinking about what were they all thinking as they're looking down there. You can see where I came from, and I just went under an overpass. But anyway, I've been thinking about it, and John Kennedy, I don't think he was scared. I think he was excited. I think he was trying to, make some friends and voters. I mean, shaking hands and all that. But Jackie, she was the same all the time, no emotion. I feel like she probably was uncomfortable. She just wanted it to be over, kind of like I am in planes and cars in general. She was cool. She was with her husband, but I can see her just being And then think of the Secret Service. Obviously we know what happened. They didn't yet, but it was just scary. And Clint Hill especially, his responsibility was Jackie. So he wanted to be closer to her, but John Kennedy didn't want him close because he wanted to seem accessible. So it was this war. He beat himself up for years over it. Anyway, those are just some of my thoughts, just thinking about what they were thinking about. They'd had a great reception in Texas up to this point. They'd been warned about Dallas, but so far it was going well. So again, I'm in my 3rd mile, so it won't, I'm not sure if this is 9 or 10 miles. So anyway, yeah, still enjoying it. Hi, once you see that sign right there, it says Oaklawn. Oaklawn area, I'm pretty sure was where
Lee Harvey Oswald killed J.D. Tippit, the police officer, and then ran into the theater. I should know where it is in relation here, but I don't. I'm on Lemon right now, so this is Lemon and, ooh, sorry, this is fuzzy. This is Lemon and Oaklawn. So it's probably somewhere around here. I should have researched that, I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, so I just hit 3 miles. It's awesome. You know, I don't even feel like I'm running. I'm just enjoying history, thinking about all the people that lined here. You know, you've seen the marching bands and drum majorettes and all the people with signs, and both pro and con. And, most of the video I've seen is from this side of the road, which is why I'm on this side of the road. So, I don't know. I'm so glad I told me to come anyway. It's great. It's the best thing I've done this year. Okay, so I think this is going to be much shorter than I thought. I had it at like 9 to 10 miles, but I turned off Lemon onto Turtle Creek way faster than I thought I should. I think I might be about halfway done. I don't know how I miscalculated that. But anyway, I also, as soon as I hit finish on the other video, I realized it wasn't Oaklawn, it was Oak Cliff. So I probably wasn't anywhere near that theater. But it's okay. Still awesome. One thing I want to say, there are no signs commemorating this. I feel like in Indiana, we would have lined the streets with, you know, every 10th of a mile. This was where Kennedy's motorcade went. Like, I feel like we would have done that. Not that they don't appreciate the historical significance here, because they do, but I think it was such a violent tragedy that maybe they don't want to draw attention to it all through the city. I don't know, I just thought there'd be some signs or something, you know. There's the big old X's on Elm Street, which we'll see soon. But in any case, I thought that was kind of weird. So I'm in my 4th mile right now. Again, I'm on Turtle Creek, which if any of you have read 11/22/63, he talks about that. It's going to turn into Cedar Springs here in a minute. I know all these roads like I live here because I've studied it for years. So yeah, if I'd applied myself more, I might like have a doctorate in education if I'd applied what I did with Kennedy to what I did with my degree. But anyway, carrying on. Thanks for putting up with all these live videos. I just want to, it's kind of for me too, you know, so I can remember it later. Thanks. Hey. Okay, so this place right here, actually let me do this and flip it around for you. This place is called The Crescent, and it's kind of an awesome thing to come up on. I don't know that it was here in 1963, but it looks like it probably was. Anyway, just kind of a cool thing to come up on. If I were Secret Service, I would have seen all those windows and been like, what? Because it looks pretty scary. Can you imagine being the advance team that came out here to you know, check things out? Be like, hey, we're gonna go into this place where there's thousands of windows way up high. It just takes one, and it did. I'm just over 4 miles into this, so there's what we're coming up on. I'm on Cedar Springs. Going to be making a left turn onto Harwood, North Harwood, which it seems counterintuitive. It seems like you'd want to go right, but they went left, so that's what we're going to do. And then the next turn will be Maine, which, you know, Houston Elm. Maybe you didn't know. That's once you get on Maine, you're pretty close. That's where it's going to probably get pretty emotional, because that's where a lot of the video is. So can't believe I'm doing this. I'm so glad I am, though. So, little known fact, or maybe not. It just sounds cool to say that. You can't drive the motorcade route now completely in its entirety, because this part of it is now blocked off. I'm pointing at the phone right there. There's this section of it that you can't go through because it's a park. And according to the sign here, right there, it's let's see, can I zoom? No, I can't. Anyway, their fireworks here are going to be on June 29th. So happy 6 days before, or no, there's 5, I can add, I'm good at adding. 5 days before Independence Day, much like Bedford. So this is a nice little park here. Behind me you can see there's like a little eatery. So this is obviously all different than it was almost 56 years ago. So I'm gonna go through this little park. I'm on North Harwood now. I'll be making a right turn onto Main Street shortly. I kind of have to bypass actually my hotel and then come back to it, because that's how they did it to get, you know, maximum exposure. So anyway, that's all. Okay, I'm starting to get a little emotional because I just turned onto Main Street, which you can see behind me, you know, turn it around. I'm sure you've seen that view before. Get out here. I'm sure you've seen that view. I mean, think of all the people lining this street. Okay, you know, two more turns, which, why did they make those turns? Why didn't they just go down Main? You know, I mean, that's not even an exposure thing. Like, they could have seen the same people. But anyway, those of you who don't know me well, I'm kind of obsessed with what would have happened if John F. Kennedy hadn't been killed. My opinion is that there's a lot of things that would have been better, but I think there are things that would have been worse too. I don't know, Vietnam War is always the thing that I have questions about. I don't know, maybe things would have been the same. Not exactly, obviously, but I've got this weird thing, and I know it's dumb, but every time I read a book, watch a video, see a documentary, I think maybe it won't happen this time. But I think there's this tiny little part of me that thinks if I do this run, like, I don't know, maybe it won't happen. Isn't that stupid? But that's kind of the way I feel. So I don't know why. I don't know, maybe that I shouldn't have said any of that. I just sound weird now. But I'm over 5 miles and headed right into downtown Dallas. You know, at this point, you know, all the feelings of earlier are probably getting really ramped up. Like, John Kennedy's like, yeah, voters, you know, and Jackie's like, please, just get done. And the Secret Service are like, not okay. All right, you've seen videos of Clint Hill like getting up on the car and getting off, getting on, getting off. That was all happening through here because these crowds were out into the street. And they were going about 5 miles an hour here, which means I'm going faster. It's supposed to be funny. Anyway, so I'm on Main, headed to Dealey Plaza. All right, I'm being as reverent as possible on this because you know how important it is to me. But a little humor, and I think John F. Kennedy might have liked it. The Red Museum here, they're refurbishing it, and so yesterday I sent my mom a picture of it, and I said, they're saving the clock tower. And, you know, kind of appropriate since I'm going back in time, kind of. So I'll show you too, that's right on Dealey Plaza, real close to it. So I'm close. That train going by down there is actually like behind Dealey. So we're getting really close, and I'm getting more and more emotional about it. So anyway, it's really cool. And you know, Dallas, have some signs up, you know, have guided walks. People would do this, okay? I don't know that you should have a race because, you know, it would need to be really reverent. Maybe you could, I don't know, but I'm telling you, people would dig it. I'm digging it. It's cool. I cannot be the first person to have done this. I cannot. So anyway, headed in. Okay, I'm done. I know it's kind of private, but I just, you come around that corner and you see the book depository, and the window has like a little kind of spot. I mean, there's a heaviness that I don't know how to describe. You make that turn, and it's a tight turn, you know, and I'll flip this around. So I came down from where that tall white spire is there, and then that's Houston going down, and then there's the turn. The school book depository is right there. You can't really see the 6th floor window. It's covered by branches there. And I may go back around just to give you kind of a shot of it, because it's, I don't know, this building, it just like haunts the whole block. But then down there where all the cars are, you can maybe see the X in the center. That's where the first shot hit, there used to be a sign there. I'm actually sitting where Abraham Zapruder was standing when he videoed. And then down this way, and right here you can see the X where John F. Kennedy's life ended. And you know, this was a tragedy, but this place, I feel like you have to come here to understand it, you know, if you want to, if you're into that, and find some closure. So I don't know, this, you know, it's always been great to me, but I think the whole thing's going to be really different now. You want to see some famous sites here. Behind me is that white sort of curvy fence thing that's, you know, been here forever. Again, I'm sitting where Abraham Zapruder was standing. Maybe I should stand up, you know, just to get the full effect. So, filming. Yeah. Like, I don't ever want to leave. But there it is. I'm such a tourist right now. I'm sure people are staring at me and rolling their eyes. I don't even care. So that's it. It was 6.47 miles. I don't know why I thought it was 9 to 10. I talked about all the research I did, you know, obviously not enough. And there's that little clock tower I mentioned that you can see. My hotel's over there behind all these trees now. I'm going to go back around just to give you that view of the book depository when you turn, because I'm telling you, it's eerie. So the run is officially over, but I'll be in with some more just so that you can see some more. So thanks for coming with me. Best run of my life. Not fastest, obviously, but, you know, very poignant. Exactly what I wanted it to be. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you for tolerating all my JoAnna Cobb is live. But I want to show you this. This is the other side of the triple underpass. Elm, Maine, Commerce. There's a pretty famous picture here. There's cars here. I feel like an idiot doing these videos. They're stopped. Anyway, I'll just flip it around. So there's a pretty famous picture here that a guy took of his kids waving to the motorcade, which, you know, at this point was speeding to Parkland Hospital. But they didn't know it. They'd heard the shots, but they didn't, you know, realize the president was dead/dying. So anyway, the kids are like waving, and to me, that's a really heartbreaking photo because, you know, came to see the president, and they thought they were seeing the president, but, you know, they were seeing one of the most violent tragedies in American history. So anyway, yeah, that's this side of the triple underpass. I guess this Elm, Maine, Commerce thing, like I knew that's what they were, but I kind of like the way they're written there. I knew it was that way. I just, you know, seeing it live. Here comes another runner. I wonder if he knows where he is. So, I don't know. I'm afraid to talk to people here, so I may not do that. But anyway, all the people that were on top of that overpass at that time, was pretty neat. You know, they were all hanging over watching, and they had a front row seat to like the worst. I just said hi. Hi, I'm on this pilgrimage, my American hero history. Yeah, cheesy. I don't know. Oh, you want to see my hotel? There it is. Isn't that neat? Isn't that cool? So anyway, I also got a late checkout. I paid 20 extra bucks so I could stay till 2 o'clock, which is not like me, but I wanted to stay till 2 o'clock. My flight's not till 4:30. So, all right, I'm going to go around and give you a view of the depository. Thanks again for tolerating all this. Okay, it's really loud because naturally everything's under construction here. It's kind of like Indiana and Nashville, or at least. So I'm going to flip it around, and I'm not going to say much. Just kind of want you to experience it. So here we go. I'm on Maine, turning on to Houston. So now you've seen it. I'm not sure, but I think a thing just went down there. I'm not sure if you saw that. Like a little exchange. But anyway, I don't have adequate words right now. Maybe I will later. Hold on, my watch is about to go into power save. Maybe I'll have words later, but right now I just feel fulfilled, more curious in some ways, like, good heavens, why did that motorcade not go through here? I know you can't see it, hold on. We're not there, okay? He still would have had an open shot, but it would have been harder, and I do not get it. I do not get it. But, you know, nothing is going to change the past, but I'm glad that I could learn a little bit about it. I recommend the 6th Museum. I'll post some pictures of that later. I saw a lot of cool things there, and I thought I'd seen every, you know, Kennedy assassination picture possible, and I saw new ones. So anyway, I am officially signing off. I think I'm going to run around here a little more, but maybe not around here, since that just happened and they saw me videoing. So, but I'm going to run around here a little more. But from Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Texas, this is JoAnna Cobb signing off. Please understand, I hope you know this wasn't about me. I know there's a lot of selfie here. This was not about me. This was about sharing this sort of pilgrimage with all of you. I hope you loved it. I know I did. I hope you felt like you were here. It's just the most poignant thing, one of the most poignant things I've ever done, maybe the most poignant thing I've ever done. So, you know, celebrating John and Jackie Kennedy and Clint Hill and what he did, and all the others who were heroes that day. This is JoAnna Cobb from Dealey Plaza. See ya.